at Independent Sources, we like to introduce our audience to the arts and culture produced by various ethnic groups that continue to make New York City their home. This week, we'll introduce you to a Nepalese filmmaker who's using films to get the word out about his community that has remained relatively hidden in the city. Ngima Pakhrin, thanks for being with us in the studio today. Nepal, where you're from, is an interesting country. There's a Nepalese community in New York. Let's start by talking about the Nepalese community here and basically where do they live, and just take us inside that community.
You know, they are spreading, but most of the Nepalese are living in Jackson Heights area, in the Sunny Side, in Woodside, those areas.
So basically, they tend to congregate where you have the South Asians community, like for instance, Bangladesh, Pakistani.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And tell us what brought the Nepalese here. Why are they migrating to New York?
The diversity visa of United States brought many Nepalese here. And it's basically, you know, for Nepal, America is one of the countries they want to go. The reason for the education, for you know, a better economic, and then, you know, better living. Yeah.
Okay. And one of the things, part of the reasons why we're talking here, besides talking about the Nepalese community, is talking about this film festival, this indigenous film festival, that you and the other organization, Cinemainga, are working on bringing Nepalese indigenous films to New York. And tell us about one of the films that you'll be showing this month and next month throughout New York.
I moved into the United States in 2011. Then, you know, I see in the Nepalese community that Nepalese community was more kind of isolated, you know, not interacting a lot with the different community from different part of the world here. So I was talking with Cinemainga, with my friend Carlos, with Naomi, and then we thought, oh, what can we put something over here so, you know, we can create a dialogue between the communities, between the migrated communities, you know, from different parts of the world. So we chose the community's film. The first film we shown was from the Tamang community called Analis. That's a short movie that was like awarded in Nepal in the festival, awarded as an audience choice. So we chose that movie because it talks a lot about the cultural part. The cultural part is like, you know, when you migrate to places for better education, for better living standard, then you normally lose the culture. And the film was about that. So that was like, you know, even though you migrate,
so
you
basically
have to carry.
the film talks about the dangers of migration, where you tend to lose your culture.
Yeah, and it talks also about like, you know, how to kind of like, you know, how to balance in a new place. Okay. When you migrate, how to balance with the culture in the new place. You cannot bring everything, but, you know, you have to match with the new place.
Sure.
So the film was very, very like, so we chose that film, you know, it talks about what is happening with the Nepalese community here. And that was very much like, you know, we had not only Nepalese community, we had from Colombia, we had from Russia, we had from Japan, different communities, and they say, wow, this is the same thing happening for our communities too. So that created the dialogue. Then the other movie that we showed was from Carlos Gomez, who is the co-founder of Cinemainga. So he was in Nepal, and then he was making movie about the movement of the festival, this festival. So it was like, you know, it was a very good documentation to see what is the progress, what is the development of the indigenous movie making in Nepal.
Okay. What do you want the Bangladeshi, the Latinos, African Americans, other communities to know about Nepalese and who you are? Because you mentioned how the Nepalese community was not engaging with the other groups in the city. So, and engaging with them, what do you want to show about the Nepalese community?
That's why we chose film, because film can show the culture, because, you know, from South Asia, the culture have very similarities. And then the issues that we've raised through the culture or through the film are very much similar. And then it's so showing the film, like, you know, then that creates the dialogue so we can discuss. So like the Nepalese community cannot be isolated. And then they are more involved with the Bangladeshi community, with South Asian, with the world. And we are trying for, like, you know, to bring together.
In one sentence, tell me what people should know about Nepal and Nepalese in general.
I would say, Nepal, the mountain country, beautiful mountain landlocked country. Among the Nepalese, I would say the friendly people.
All right. Well, you're a friendly guy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ngima Pakhrin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for giving me this time to tell a bit about the Nepalese community here in New York, and then about our film screening. Hope you will come, and then everybody who sees this show will join us to support us.
We certainly will. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Namaste.
Namaste.